pause, and then freaky ghost bed.
No, not the king. He was my favorite. Now it's time for Duncan to go all anime and draw his second sword and unleash his true power. Yes! Yes! Full anime!
Damn, I'll level up again.
Have you guys seen the hypertubes yet?
What?
The hypertubes?
No.
You talking about like those fucking speed, like monorails that are just like shoot insane speed?
No. Think like the tubes from Futurama.
Yeah.
Monorail!
But a train version, isn't that?
No.
Monorail!
Think the tubes from Futurama.
Yeah, I know. There's a train one that they're building
No.
like that.
I'm not talking about trains. The tubes from Futurama.
Yeah.
He keeps
with a
saying the
train.
tubes from Futurama, but I think he means trains.
Yeah.
That could work. So, Gabe, tell me more about Chewbacca's Wiener Thoughts. Chewbacca's Wiener Thoughts was my new band. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. All the vocals are just and then orgasm sounds. It's great.
Still does a lot of damage. Holy shit. This is, quite the effective firearm here, not gonna lie. What? Fuck, I just turned this into an FPS. Let's do it. All these days we just start a fresh Merc thing and just see who goes longer. Like on our own separate individual things. Just see who can get the most PP.
Most PP for a Merc?
Yeah.
Oh, my PP and my Merc's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge. Oh,
Like so
shit.
huge that I'm gonna start driving like a lifted truck.
Oh, he's gone berserk. Fuck. Oh no. Don't attack Pessimet. Don't attack Pessimet. Fucking Christ, that was beautiful. He just got clocked in the leg. And he's down. He's down. He's done. He's...
Anyways,
I would only beep once, wouldn't it?
It would beep once, and it's like every 15 minutes. There's no reason it would be.
Maybe we're all gonna die.
in which case, you, our viewers, can watch us die of carbon monoxide poisoning live on camera.
Also, I'm holding onto these apprentice cowls to make everyone look like idiots. Speaking of which, you two don't have helmets! How crazy is that? Well, time for you guys to get some helmets. How convenient I have 2 apprentice cowls just for you guys. Yes. Yes. It's wonderful. Alistair, do you feel left out now that you have your your leather cap? And meanwhile, we are sporting the height of fashion here. God, I look so beautiful. Look at my white hair and white eyes and white eyebrows and white lips. I'm so ghostly.
The creature would not go far. Wait. Do you feel that? Something is coming.
Oh no. Oh. 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 Ho ho ho, boy. That's, no line of sight, bullshit. Go, Saladrol! Holy fuck. Well. Yep. That's how that works. Saladril walked out and was like, yep, nope, dealing with this now. Alright, moving on. Maybe we get an opportunity there.
That's an interesting idea.
Vesta, you could extremely easily set that up, like on the fly, like a minute flat.
Literally set up a football. We're the good guys.
Yeah.
We could just, the second we have an opening, operate and run.
Okay.
Keep signals between us, maybe a nod or something.
I can tip my hat.
Well, I'll be worried about you doing that because you kind of do that almost on instinct every time you meet a new person.
I do not.
Okay, so
Don't doubt your vibe.
Just walks into the room, it's just like, hey, Lord Vulcan, can I get a vibe check?
vibe check.
Steelfist punches him 15 feet.
Hello. Flaming weapons. And fire! Everyone's on fire! The ultimate intimidation tactic when you just run at your opponent when you're on fire.
Let's get started.
Death of Tammy was the catalyst of the riot.
Ah, yes. I've been told about this by your comrade Leland. I remember he said... What would Leland have said? Basically, like...
She was a dumb bitch.
Ah, yes, I remember. He said she was a dumb bitch.
yeah, that sounds like Leland.
I mean, Leland could probably also have told her, "Don't ever speak to me again," and slammed the door shut. The conversation would have been: Leland is there making a knife. This lawyer comes up and says, "Hey, I have some questions about your time in the mine." And Leland says, "Tammy was a dumb bitch," and slams the door shut. And
They
goes
didn't
back.
even source high-grade material.
Yeah.
Slam.
They didn't even source high grade. Their tools were shitty. Tammy was a dumb bitch and slams the door in her face. Like, Leland is not in the mood to talk about anything that he's been through.
The thing I love about this, too, is that Leland went back to, like, your starting village, which is really fucking far from everything.
Yeah.
So she probably went a week there,
Oh my
got
God.
a door slammed in her face, and then went a week home.
Yeah.
Pythona too. So it's literally the exact same as fucking Salas, who just hates the North.
Oh, and to top it off, it was, like, between now and when that arc happened, so it was during winter.
I'm just imagining there's one person who really thought the idea was great from the village and brought, like, the V-ring back there, and was just like, guys, they're making a giant archway, and if this succeeds, we could build one here, so the winter pass is so much easier to get through. And then they get notification that the person is now dead.
Well, shit.
Yeah, our group must really seem like kind of assholes to everybody else.
I think you mean domestic terrorists.
Yeah.
And in his final moments, he knows that he was betrayed. And oh no, I'm dead now. What a way to end the game.
Binding a spirit to a place is a terrible crime for our order. The only thing worse is binding a living creature.
A living creature, you say? Can you teach me how to bind the living?
Binding the living condemns them to a fate worse than death. It forces the subject to obey and robs them of their free will. As a spirit monk, you must never do such a thing. The ability to bind spirits comes from the essence of the water dragon inside you. You may not have the power now, but one day you will be able to call upon it when needed.
And you can bet that I am going to
But this is not
use
the
the
time for
shit out of
lessons
it.
or instruction.
I had an idea floating around in my head for a folk hero. I wanted your opinion on it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I consider myself a little bit of an expert.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because, like, you know, you try bouncing ideas off Henny, and she's like,
I know, she's always like, that's not scientifically possible, or
I know,
that
right?
doesn't seem to be a rational premise, or I don't think this character has a relatable intention.
well,
And he turns in her sleep.
She's just sitting there, Mary Sue, Mary Sue.
Alright, fuckwad, what do you got to tell us? Yeah, that's right, I'm talking to you, cunt! You shit-faced, you dick beard! That's right, your beard is made of dicks! How do you like that? How do you like that? I can keep going!
I generally enjoy my dick beard lifestyle, yes.
You do?
It brings me a lot of satisfaction.
I'm glad to hear that. Not a lot of people are sexually satisfied these days.
You're not very well trained, are you?
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
I'm gonna be lavender. And violet. Oh my god, that auto-generated name is beautiful. It's nonsense. I love it.
What is it? Is it better than Jefferthy?
It's Sansesic, but with so many extra S's. I want to lay out the basic structure of what this is going to be doing. There we go. Now that I have one done, I can do that. Because of lack of taming maintenance, Bianca has turned to the wild. Well, I hate to break it to you, Bianca, but, yeah, this is what happens when you go wild. This is what happens when you go wild, Bianca. That's such a, like, BitConnect is such an old meme. Holy shit.
For 20 years, I have sought to pass the wards protecting this gem.
Now you're hitting me with a Wololo? Are we just going through the last, not even, like, decade? That's like 20 years of memes? Do you know the way? Nyan cat? Out of my sight, spirit.
You are bold. Do you not know my power? I could snuff out your existence like a flame. But wait, there is something different.
I can has cheeseburger? Fuck. The power.
You bear
The power of the meme.
water.
That was a heated discussion. Just thought the tail end of that would be fun, but I don't think it was actually.
Rollins is ahead of you guys, leading you in a direction, and he sort of slows up and goes, hold on. Pancakes or what?
It's nothing. That's fine.
Oh, come on. No, it's not nothing. It's pan-related foods.
Well, it's just. Is it still a pancake if it's not cooked in a pan?
I guess it's... Who wants to roll understands?
How else are you cooking this? Like, if you're cooking in a
I'll roll
pot,
understand.
sure. But
Yeah.
pot cakes aren't really a thing, and
10.
also, it's the flat part that makes the pancake.
Is it the flat part that makes the pancake?
It's
'Cause
100% the flat part that
it's
makes
a
the pancake.
pancake.
Now, is it the
Okay, we're not going to continue this
If I eat the
discussion
batter
again.
raw, if I eat the batter raw, I'm not eating pancake, right?
No, you're getting yourself sick.
There's a page that's been torn out.
Can I look at, like, the pages before it to get context? Or, like...
It was very much like the blank front page of a book.
That's where people usually write their to Steelfist. Love you very much. Happy birthday.
Mom, weird. This book foretells my death.
I signed this with the rope around my neck. Have a good night. I hope you don't die.
Have a good night. I mean life.
Sorry, it's very hard to think when I'm about to die.
You know, just want to know sort of how you found us, sort of how much you know about who you were working for.
Oh, you're not going to get me that easily. I've been through extensive counter-terrorist training. You're not going to get a fucking word from me.
Counter-terrorist training. I mean, we're not terrorists.
Of course not.
You should do the bone rope thing.
I mean, hey, look, at least okay. I wasn't the one who was planning to put a bone rope through your fucking hands.
Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned? Or merely an intruder, coming to
looking
these
at her face, I'm
darkspawn
looking at
filled
her
wilds
face,
of
I'm looking
mine
at
in
her
search
face.
of easy prey?
Don't mind me.
Ron,
Come on,
you're really
Ron.
fucking slack.
This fucking slacker Ron over here. Oh god, the ice. The ice is very difficult. I made it. There's a portal. We don't have any keys. This place is worthless.
What?
You hear a chickadee. It perches on a nearby branch.
Oh no. Can we kill it?
I don't have the anger towards birds anymore,
Well,
but I
Actually-
definitely still have the anger towards birds.
Who's you have that amulet, right?
Yeah, I was about to say I touched the necklace.
As you grab it, you're full of rage for a brief moment. You feel a compulsion in your arm, like you could fight it if you wanted to, but you feel like gripping this necklace is making you do something.
I'd let it happen.
All right, you sort of just go, "Whoa," and you feel the necklace just crumble, and there's like a spectral whap of poison that hits this bird right out of the sky. As that happens, you see it sort of like, almost like a mist of blood sort of poof, and there's a human-sized like body that crumbles into the brush nearby. As that happens, there's a bunch of birds that fly down towards the edge of your camp, roughly 10 or so, and they all morph into humanoid form. There's a few elf-born, a few dwarf-born, a few humans, some lupus and vulpe, mixed group. All of them reach out and they create weapons out of stone, and they start bum rushing the cabin. They're slowly walking in towards you guys.
Oh wow.
This is because we joked about the necklace in Discord, isn't it?
Oh goodness.
This is because we've been joking about the necklace.
I'm always watching.
So that call aid saved my ass in the best way possible. Oh shit. I didn't realize these guys were taking me out. Alright. There you go. You're good. And we can recover the... Why are you standing there, Froko? Why did you choose right there to stand? Of all fucking places. That's slightly better. Sure, fuck it.
I like the fact that this went from like a Gabe deadpan lie to like, right? That is some of like the archaic lore, isn't it? That like the Cantina Band music is called jizz as a genre.
it is called jizz, and the musicians, the species that they are, has evolved to the point where they can't reproduce normally, and they need to be cloned.
Well, that's because their head looks like a giant scrotum.
Which of course is evidence for like, you can be mad about the fact that they made a whole bunch of stuff in the Star Wars lore canon, but you can't say you don't know why.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And also, having an alien species that like reproduces by cloning, I love that idea because essentially you could say that the Star Wars band from like episode 4 that was in the cantina doing
Yeah, well, we know, yeah.
that was all just some guy who's just like, no one wants to play with me. I'm gonna make my own bandmates.
Yeah, like, that's kind of what my dad did with me and his other children, though, is because he had us, and then we all played music on his cool album.
But that's like an investment to like, maybe they're not as good.
that's also how
I'm not very good.
That's also that's how I made the intro music. I just recorded over myself in Audacity playing a different instrument every time.
Oh, you didn't clone or procreate to have more.
No, it did not involve
I was
my
gonna
nuts.
say that would make it difficult to do a live performance without actual clones of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Anyway.
Welcome to Blood Wine.
his hands.
Let's let him go, and then move on.
All right. You move up to him. You take out the gag. You explain that he's being let go, and you take down the rope. It involves getting rid of the shifting talisman.
Yeah.
At this point, he's very calm, and he goes, "I'm going to shift into a bird. Which way should I fly?"
I have no idea.
Okay, so we're headed west.
You didn't say that out loud.
No, I'm coming up.
Jesus Christ.
No.
Whatever. Ooh, squirrel! 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 Get the squirrel! Fuck, disappeared. That sounds like an awesome idea. I want Doggo.
Maybe. It's likely he understands you're responsible for curing him. Mabari are at least as smart as your average tax collector. Come back after the
Ooh!
battle and just
Shots
take
fired!
another look.
Oh wait, I had a D&D character that was a tax collector. Fuck. I'm making cues to let you know who I'm talking with. Carry on. Ignore me.
Blue chimes in. Why doesn't someone just wash the bed?
Absolution's like,
Well, it was someone's job, but I just kept researching the entire night.
I was trying to make sure that nobody got killed when we decapitated.
I know.
Okay, fine.
I know.
So the camera totally can't pick up what letter is on that, but truth be told, the letter is not helping at all. It's the fact that you're holding a Post-it note up to your fucking face.
I'm trying, alright?
You could just say, and then Bea says.
This is true.
Yeah, like 8th grade English.
That's
Bea
true.
chimes in. Trunk interjects.
I don't like using those words.
Slughorn ejaculates.
What?
That's a line in Harry Potter.
I know the one you're referring to. It's in there. It's in the book. Slughorn
Yep,
ejaculates.
17th chapter.
Really?
Yeah, get up on your lore. Jesus fuck,
It's
Chelsea.
another. It's like another word for exclaimed or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
But it's also just hilarious that he's ejaculating in front of a bunch of 17-year-olds.
I also like. I like.
They have such good smiles.
Skim milk. Just skim milk.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. How dare you?
You guys never played Mario Party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the snowball one.
No, the
Cameron was
announcer guy,
always
it's
an
the top
asshole
hat.
in that game.
What?
You remember the announcer guy?
I was not.
Yeah, you were. You're an
You remember the
asshole
announcer
in
guy?
that game. Toad?
No, the guy that's like a top hat.
Toad?
Toad.
No, he's not Toad.
Is it Toad?
I'm pretty sure it was Toad.
No.
Toad's
There's a
the
guy that's
announcer
like
for
a
every
top
game.
hat, and he talks, and he's like, blah, 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 skim milk.
Sounds like Toad.
Yeah, that sounds pretty Toadish to me. Although I'm pretty sure Toad was lactose intolerant.
Lactose intolerant.
Nice.
No, Reginald, you write. You write, don't you? Could you come up with a phrase? Maybe a phrase for us that no author has ever penned?
I don't know about that. I haven't read all the books in the world. The ones that I have read are yours and Absolutions, and let's just say that there are a lot of words not used in those.
Okay.
I need a big one.
For yours, the main word was consent. None of them said consent in that entire book.
Yeah, that's.
In Absolution, there was a lot of consent in yours.
Okay.
Well, strictly speaking, between the partners, yes, but
Moving on. Okay, I think it's a perfect phrase. Worst case scenario, just do like a. No one's gonna do that.
I can't do that.
Just do one of them.
Sorry, that
Why do both of you just like it's one of these things, like the fucking?
Oh, that.
Now I want to like. We don't have time for this.
Okay. Oh, this guy's so gonna run.
Time for some fun.
How is that dude still alive? How did you live, Tower Guard? Tower Guard, the champion.
Excellent.
Here we go. Everybody up. That Tower Guard has every injury. I'm just gonna use a lesser one. And Mr. Tower Guard, who has all of the injuries, you're gonna have to be my tank here, bud.
Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance?
Guard. Get him! Get him! Get him, Tower Guard! Yeah, Tower Guard, the champion! Yeah, Tower Guard!
No, I'm not saying like this is nowhere near what you've described, but I can't help but imagine Reginald dressed like with the Hawaiian shirt and the big fake mustache.
This is beautiful. It's very he has a fedora.
It's vacation, Reggie.
Yeah.
Snowbird Reggie.
It's Dawn! Yay, Dawn!
Dawn's here.
Like, it's not that unusual for us to have a Dawn in the crew. Like,
Yeah.
I imagine there would be a Dawn.
There's a campaign I ran where I had an NPC whose name was Dawn Pyle, I think.
Yeah, Dawn
Yes.
Don Pyle. I remember Don Pyle.
Inquisitor Pyle.
Inquisitor Dawn Pyle. Who was a magical anime boy with 2 rapiers that he would like stab into somebody's chest and then blast them with arcane energy.
Yeah, he's
And then
basically
dust
a
himself
Mormon.
off and go, well, that was fine.
Reroll once, and I might get some
Fucking
abilities.
Christ, Goose. I see what you're pulling onto my screen. I see what you're pulling onto my screen, Goose, and I'm not okay with this. Go away. I'm not afraid. It's a Crodin cycle, you level up on a weird and unexpected time, make a tactical decision, forget, then suddenly go, oh shit, this works 2 plot lines later. Never have I been so offended by something that is so true.
Sorry, Reggie doesn't take embarrassment damage, but he does take divorce damage.
Fuck you. What the fuck, man?
Sorry, the whole time I was thinking of that.
You just needed to clap back.
I needed to clap back.
Yeah. Recent hobby of mine.
How long?
Probably about a year now.
Anything I'd have read?
No, nothing published yet. Just kind of enjoying it.
Well, good luck with that.
I thought you were going to say for a month now, and then unload all of your divorce baggage onto this poor guard.
It all started when my wife divorced me.
It all started when I took 2d6 of divorce damage.
You could always just do like the tabletop role-playing game player who doesn't know how to do a voice, where everyone's just like, I'm gonna go over here and see what's going on. Okay, I'll come too. My character follows. Could just be like, Elmira interjects, "Oh shit, isn't that crazy?"
That's
I'm not
I
chickening
do.
out. I'm not chickening out.
That's what I do. I just like, and then Absolution says yes.
Sounds like bullshit.
Sounds like bullshit.
Sounds like bullshit to me.
That sounds like bullshit.
Gotta put everything on the line.
Fucking Christ,
Your
Minnie Mouse is
pride.
getting aggressive.
Witching hour.
It's ride or die, bitches.
I'm blaming you for Goofy.
All right, you've got your hand behind your back. You've got your fingers crossed, and you go, "Your supervisors would be angry, so you shouldn't tell this to them. Maybe just a funny joke to your friends, okay?" And like, there's like 8 guards all deadlocked with you, completely glazed over, and they go, "Okay." They're just looking at you, and they just.
Yeah. You have a very nice day.
We will.
Comes home from work. Man, today was just great. I don't know why.
What a great day!
My attitude towards life has been completely uplifted.
Yes. It's meant to be, doggo. We get to name the doggo! I forgot we get to name the doggo. What are we naming the doggo? Oh god, we can name it so many things. Like, the obvious. Oh god, I can't do spaces? There we go. Bork Lesnar. So shall we burden them? Do we need to burden? I don't think we need to burden. How's your gear? Steel club, it's a pretty crappy one, and you have no skill in melee. I think we'll be... Fucking Christ, Cam! You said you were behind me, right?
Yeah, we have a unit going right now.
Yeah, I'll stonewall Henny.
All right, so that's 3 attacks against you, and then Vesta's close enough, and there was one against Vesta. Are you willing to go against 4?
Yeah, screw it, yeah. Alright. I'll just be like, oh no, and then just like dive, like grab Henny and pull her behind me, and then like see Vesta and just pull the rest of the group out of the way.
Alright. The first one is a 17.
What type of damage?
In this case, they are switching to heavy.
Heavy is neutral, so nothing.
Alright. They are all doing this at the same time, so they don't have a chance to react, so the next are all heavy.
Okay, so they're all neutral.
We've got an 18.
Nope.
I like it. We've got a 17.
Nope.
And we have even lower. We have, I'll give you the number at least, a 12.
Reggie's laughing.
You know enough to see that Milton has recognized both of you, and he isn't ratting you out.
What a good kid.
Milton is a good boy. Look at this boy. Who can say no to this boy?
Well, Vesta, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're a monster. Stop hurting Bork Lesnar. Stupid bandit leader. Get lit on fire, bandit leader. What the fuck happened to his arms?
Bye. Before the dog spawn.
Oh man, his arms went crazy.
19, 24.
24. You make some quick progress and manage to catch up to him. Roll that grapple.
Get ready, you slimy son of a bitch. Oh no. Oh, dang. That is 12 plus 5 is 18. 17.
17. You manage to pin him to the ground. He's struggling a decent bit. As this happens, you see that Elbjorn winks at you and runs a bit further forward in the forest and ducks behind a tree.
Stay down, you dirty son of a bitch! Oh no! He escapes!
So he starts bolting, and right as that happens, he sort of does that sort of like tries to stop, slips, falls halfway down as Elbjorn just like turns around a corner and he goes, try harder. He goes, whoop, and off goes his head.
Oh! Are there any more to chase?
Looks like things are good.
Oh, I don't know what you put in that potion, but... Whew.
As you guys all make your way back and gather at the caravan, Elbjorn's sitting there holding Kree's head going, 2 for 1!
Hey! Yeah, Elmira would have been just a kid when the war started, eh?
I'm going to say that Elmira was enlisted and was defending the Great Forest at the time.
Shit, I forgot about that. Yeah, I was in the war.
Yeah, this shit does it to me too.
Basically, anything with heavy in the name is going to be yours. I'm gonna wear this apprentice skill. Oh god. That's so dumb. Here, you have some split nail boots. It looks so dumb. Yes. Do you feel out of place, Alistair? Do you? Look at Sten, he's rocking that hat. Alright. Let's get you at least behind cover. Really, Saladrol? Really? Really? You're trying to melee a dude, and you do that? Couldn't you throw a tantrum on his face? Couldn't you just... Oh my god. I hate you so much. I hate everything about this situation so goddamn much. Draft. Fucking attack the dude. Congrats, you lit the dude on fire. Congrats, the dude is dead. Go about your fucking business now.
I think at that point, Vesta will get across the hall and then pass out.
Yeah.
So, best course of action would probably be to do the 25 odds and evens.
25 odds and evens.
Alright.
Do you have any potions on you?
Yes. Can I chug one?
Christ. Yeah, roll it. You're like nodding off. You, Vesta, still in the midst of the spell, just see them staring at you as you walk away, and then looking after you're past a certain radius, they just look dead ahead. And then get right back to what you were doing. Like, they just wave you past and start taking over the next caravan.
Perfect.
Can we talk now?
Yep.
Oh, thank God.
Can I just say, I was expecting, like, as the entire thing, we're walking past, and then Henny just goes, bye, and then, like, you just be like, so.
That's why I asked if I could talk now. Okay, so the 4 characteristics of sleep.
Right.
Sadness.
So,
caffeine, chronic back pain, and what was the last one?
Bumpy ground.
Bumpy ground.
What? Why you gotta out me on stream like this?
Okay, if you want to know Henny's huge plans, he set the explosions, right? Set the explosions off and then say, hey, we've captured the guy who did the explosions. And he goes, oh, well, let me talk to him. So you drag him into the back room. And then in that back room, he's like, oh, we're going to execute you. And it's like, yeah, we're going to hold him down. And then in that minute, Steelfist on a zipline comes zipping through the window and kicks him square in the jaw. And when he's like, oh, no, that's when they tie him up and decapitate him, put his head in the box. But they bring the rest of his body out the window on the zip line, and then they can keep the box in the head so that nobody knows what happens to him. And then we write a letter to him saying that he had a mistress in another country, and then he's left. and there's no blood, no fuss, no mess, and no one wants to go after us, and we escape through a zip line. That's cool.
I feel like Henny is currently being portrayed as like Nick Frost's character from Hot Fuzz. Like, strictly speaking, you're a law enforcement officer.
Yep.
But like sitting around going like, yeah. And then Vesta comes in with the bomb, like, I got it. Like,
it's like that, but less than like I want to look cool, and more like we need to make sure that there's not even a single factor that could lead back to us. Everyone is perfectly safe. There's no risk involved.
okay, so like the same story, but from like an 8-year-old who's super into spy stuff, who's taking it very seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Mom, I'm telling you, we need a secret base under the house with a vault door. Otherwise, if bad guys come, we're gonna be messed up.
Exactly. Oh, man.
I don't care what Kevin McAllister is able to accomplish with, like, some toy cars and paint cans. It's not gonna do shit.
Man, Toy Story 5, they probably just buy a gun. And it's like, I'm sorry, Kevin.
Toy Story 5? Tell me about your people.
No.
Oh. Why not?
People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of, the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
Oh, I love the pointy-eared people who excel at poverty. That's great.
Yes? What can I do for you? Very well.
10 out of 10 writing there, BioWare. Good interaction. Love it.
Cool. And it seems that for the most part,
I give my gold to Milton.
he thanks you. A lot of the party that returns is confused by the sight of Milton, of course.
Good news is we had -1 casualties.
They go from wagon to wagon. They get to Baez again. They get to this thing, and you spin a yarn. They're looking through the crates, and they get to one right next to Henny. You didn't mark anything on the one with Kree's head in it, did you?
I did.
That's the one that he's saying.
Yeah, so the one that has the liquid has the danger, and then he was saying don't open.
Yeah.
Vesta on the. Did you write Vesta on it?
I said I did. I didn't think to not.
You fucked up.
That's 30 days times a silver a day is 3 gold.
So it's 6 gold for me. I can't afford that.
Oh, well.
You see my financial straits here. I have 2 gold. I cannot afford a month.
Oh yeah, because you're eating twice as much. Okay.
Now, while you may have a cursed boat, there is someone that you heard near the docks trying to sell an enchanted fishing rod. Here, of course, it's a dialect thing, and this translation of enchanted very much sounds more like it would in the real world than it does here. This isn't a fishing rod that has runes on it so it does fire. This is like a magic fishing rod.
We got a ghost ship. Why not have a magic fishing rod?
How much is he selling it for?
2 gold.
Fuck off, Will.
We arrived.
I have 1 copper after that. Literally 1 copper. No.
Don't make me pick.
All I'm saying is that bananas are the best part of pancakes. I don't care what you're cooking it in. We settled that argument days ago.
Yeah.
But bananas inside pancakes are the best thing ever.
The syrup. Is the syrup part of a pancake?
This is probably.
I cannot believe we are bringing this up again.
I cannot believe that I'm bringing up a world lore moment. You're from Red Wine, right?
Yes.
And Henny is from Hammerhold, right?
Yes.
bananas are so fucking expensive. Why don't you just use blueberries and maple syrup like a normal person? And the contrasting one is literally like, holy shit, do you know how expensive blueberries and syrup are? Get fruit, like citrus and strawberries and stuff. Like, genuinely, you guys are like selecting mutually exclusive ingredients just based on geography and the realities of trade alone.
Oof.
You get,
Fruit, you guys, like that's.
You get the pancakes with the bananas in them, and then you get a nice fruit juice to go with it. It does not need a sauce. Pour that sugar on top.
It's not a sauce. It's not a sauce. It's syrup.
They're basically the same thing.
No, it's not.
Why can't you guys just enjoy like a good pancake without any of that stuff?
And in unison we go, we do!
We have been for the last couple of days.
I don't know. I just think a pancake is a pancake.
That's fair.
You know?
But the best part of it is adding bananas.
If you weren't 5 times my size and a lot better at combat, I would kill you right now.
Well, it's a good thing I'm all of those things, and I never have to worry about that. You're lucky I'm not you. What the fuck? Oh. The ass is underneath the dog's ass, and I thought it was a horn, and I was like, when did a deer self-tame? That threw me off.